this weekend, last weekend, it was not surprising, but then it was one of the shocks we ever had in this, maybe in the history of NPFL. I've never seen this before. 7 games played on match day TV. And of course, no home win. We had 4 away wins. Last season, it was all about 31 away wins. This match day TV already recorded 7 away wins. Just because the baby of the league, talking about I know they point away from home. Of course, so let us start. Winning the second away win, same as Niger Tornadoes. Really John, Rivers United, went to Lobi Stars in Latvia, also got a deserved 1-0 away victory. It was fury of great results without no home win. We're talking this and many more on the show. This great day on the ISTV NPFL podcast. Of course, I'm not the only one that will be on the show this morning. I've got a new face, a lady this time around. Of course, for those who have been probably very well, you have seen this popular thing about you. I welcome to you. I welcome with you Tinuke Eson joining me on the show this morning. Tinuke, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning. And you too?
I'm fine.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, very, very fantastic, especially with the set of results I saw. It was a weekend that I never saw coming.
In my years of covering the league, I've never seen a weekend go by and there's not an home win. So I'm very, very surprised at the result, but it shows improvement in the league. I think it shows the idea of people saying the NPFL is just about home win. So people can now see that if you can go to an away ground, like a coach will always say in the league, he said if there's a level playing ground in the league, everybody can play football, and that is when we start to see result, and that is what is happening. A level playground, and you've seen a lot of teams travel far from north to south and get results.
For you over the weekend, which result was the most shocking?
Niger Tornadoes, like you actually said, winning against Plateau United was shocking, but that was just a tip of the iceberg. But El Kanemi Warriors
against Nassarawa United, that was the magic.
It's not even about winning, it's the manner in which they won, the number of goals that was scored in that match. A 7-goal thriller, 5 of which came in the first half. And you now ask yourself, what is happening? So we said we know how to defend in the league. How are we seeing 7 goals in a match? But I love football, I love goals in game, and I love that team can go to away ground and say, if we play our football, we can get the result. And that is what a lot of teams have done this season, and that is why we have the number of away wins, 7 that we already have, and we're already in game week 3. And some people have still just played one game. Some people have played 2. So it's not even everybody that have completed the 3 match days. So we can still see more before the end of the game match day 3.
We are definitely going to see more before the end of match day 3. But then, looking at the fact that there was no single home win, that's a kind of a shock.
Yes, that is very, very shocking. Unbelievable. Going to the week, I felt Remo Stars could get the result at Kano Pillars because it was a neutral ground. I felt Rivers United could get the result at Lobi Stars because of how Lobi Stars have been towards the end of last season and coming into the season. But I never saw the likes of Nassarawa United, likes of Plateau United Warriors losing at home. They didn't even get a draw. They lost at home to teams like Niger Tornadoes and El Kanemi, which if you could rank them, you could say, oh, these people. But it's so surprising to see those teams go to the grounds in which they went to Lafia and to Jos and get a result.
Emmanuel Amunike is here to get a victory. He had a chance of winning against Katsina United. 3 games, no win, just a point. Panic button, so we start saying the first coach that will be sacked by maybe Emmanuel Amunike or Dogo of Kwa United.
It's early days, but when you look at the caliber of the manager in Emmanuel Amunike, you expect Atlant to be doing better than they had. They've had 2 home games. You could be at least getting at least 4 points from those games. If you could maybe win 1 and draw 1, but they've lost at home to Remo Stars, drew yesterday, like you actually said, against Katsina, went away to Rivers United and also lost. So it's really worrying time, but I still think it's early days. It's just game week 3 out of 38 games, but it's worrying times. But I don't think they need to start pushing the panic button yet.
Let's just run through all the results we had over the weekend. 7 games were played, 2 were postponed because we had 2 teams on the continent. 1 made it through, the other crashed out. Then because of elections in Edo State, Shooting Stars Better was also postponed. So here are the results of games we had over the weekend. Kingdom on Saturday, and the first game was Finidi Rivers United went away to Lobby Stars in Latvia, and they swept them off 1-0. Finidi, 3 games, 7 points. I mean, maybe second or third on the law, depending on the goals between the Naya Tornadoes. Seems like a great start. He has put that Super Eagles disappointment away. Now he's facing the league, and looks like we should start thinking Rivers United as a title contender.
Yes, immediately they got Finidi George, and with the caliber of players they have, you feel like Finidi George has those players that can mount a title challenge, and he's also a title winning coach. He won the league with Imba 2 seasons ago, so he knows how to win the league. He knows what he needs to do to win the league, and I think he got the couple of boys, he got a team that can vie for the league. Of course, they are there with my title contenders going into the season, so it's not surprising to see the results in which they have, and it can only get better from here when you have a manager like Finidi George.
Seems like Latvia Stadium will be a giveaway stadium this season, and just like Lobby Stars not in Latvia, National United, who originally owns that stadium, welcome Academy Warriors, and that was a thriller of an encounter. It's been a long time since such a game. It was back and forth. Even when you thought it was going to end 3-all draw, Academy still went solid. In fact, that is where the whole thing lies. We have expected that the home team would have been the team to get that.
They got an 89th minute penalty. See, it's the NPFL, and I have to be sincere here. For you to go away from home and get an 89th minute penalty, it has to be as glaring as possible for the ref to point to the spot in that position. And that's what Academy got. And it's so surprising that 4 games have been played at Latvia Stadium. That's how I played 2 there. Lobby Stars have played, and none of them is yet to win. Like you said, maybe Latvia Stadium. No offense.
Maybe National United have come to drag Lobby to the LLL.
Well, it's possible they can just drag themselves, but it's still early days. I think maybe I feel like Lobby Stars will struggle along the season, but I think they will still get some points at home, winning games, not drawing. But it's still early days. But when you played 4 games at stadium and none of the other teams are yet to win, because as much as I want to say Lobby are not in their permanent home, they used last season, which was also good for them. Up until game week 2021, they were title contenders. So it's still early days, but people now teams now start thinking that maybe we can keep getting something when we go to Latvia.
Rivers United, they went to Lobby Stars, 1-0. National United lost at home also to Academy Warriors 4-3. We had Niger Tornadoes going to Plateau United in Jos. Of course, 2-1. Atlant and Katsina United play a goalless encounter. Sunshine Stars, Abia Warriors, a goalless encounter. And of course, the team of the moment, Remo Stars, going away to Kano Pillars in Katsina. It had 2-0. And this team is yet to concede a single goal. The last game of the week had Kwa United playing goalless encounter against Ikorodu City. Before I come to Ikorodu City, is this just the time that Remo Stars will celebrate winning the NPFL? Or Rangers and Enyimba will still come and do like, hey baby, it's not your time, still wait a bit.
I don't see Rangers there.
Enyimba and
I see Enyimba and Rivers. They've been close a lot of times. A lot of times. 3 seasons ago, 2 seasons ago, last season. You don't finish top 3 in 3 consecutive seasons and not look at yourself and said, why? What is the problem? Where are we missing something? And last season, I felt like the reason why they did not win league last season was there were some away grants they should have gotten results. Gombe United last season, everybody was getting results at Gombe United. Remo Stars went there and got a draw. But they've started this season by winning back-to-back away games without conceding a goal. It shows the title intent from the team. It shows that Jabor and his boys are about to mount a title challenge. They will always be in the title race because of the team, the environment, the manager they have, the structure, everything. Everything you need to mount a title. Remo Stars have got it all. Now they need to make sure that they are consistent to the long run. They need to get results where they should be getting results. And if they can do that, I see them winning the title. They were my title winners at the beginning of the season, and I'm still going to be sticking with that prediction. But it's not going to be a walk in the park or a stroll in the park. We have a lot of teams also that will be challenging for it. They've got the mentality, they've got the boys, they've got the manager, they've got everything needed to win a title.
Remo Stars, 3 games played, 5 goals scored. 9 points, no goals conceded. You have to look at that team and say, hey, they are going to win. The baby of the league, first point picked away from home. First game, they went to Casina. Looks like they're going to pick something, but they fought at the end of the day, crashed. 3 goals to nothing. This time around, they're going away again. Went to Ilorin County Stadium against Kwara United and ended goalless for Ikorodu City. Massive result for Ikorodu.
Massive.
The baby of the league.
Massive results. After the end of the first half yesterday, the commentators spoke about how they also ended the game 0-0 first half at Casina.
Yeah.
And they finished 3-0. So PTSD starts to come in and okay, what do we have to do? We have to make sure that we don't fall apart like we did in Casina and get something. And it was so good to see, light or no light, they got a result in Ilorin.
And that will be a big booster, hosting Rangers.
Yes, back-to-back home games. It's an avenue for them to climb up the table and maybe put less pressure on themselves. If you have back-to-back home games in the league, it's an avenue of it to get 6 points, move up to the table with 7 points, and it's okay. The pressure is not more there, but it's a good one for them. It's a very big boost for them going into the game against Rangers in 2 days' time.
Quickly, let's run to the continent. 2 teams on the continent. Enyimba fought their way through penalties, 3-2 goalless encounter, but Rangers lost 3-1. Before now, would you have predicted the 2 going in, or you felt maybe Enyimba had a better chance to qualify? Because this time around, we were not facing North African teams, so we felt it should be a bright opportunity for us to get in 2 teams. The last time Nigeria had a team on the continent in the Champions League should be far back as 2019. That's a lot, Lobby Star. That's a lot of years there for a country like Nigeria. But then, are you disappointed or are you just okay? I think I'm okay. At least we got one.
I think I'm disappointed. Rangers had a team they should have overcome, and I think where we started having issues was where they could not score like 2-3 goals in the first leg at home.
And when they play against Jumanji,
exactly. In Uyo, they could not score more than 2 goals. So that was where people started having that if you cannot beat this kind of team at your own home ground 2-0, 3-0, then there's problem. And that's because if they won 2-0 here, despite losing 3-1 yesterday, they would have advanced through the away goal. But by not winning that game by more than a goal margin, I think that was where the problem started to set in. And people, for Enyimba, when they got a draw away, I think everybody 80% were certain that okay, they'll finish the job in Uyo, but it was not easy. They had chances upon chances, but at the end of the day, that was one of the worst penalty shootouts I've seen.
But then the 3 goals to 2.
At the end of the day, they got the win. They got what was needed to qualify.
Maybe there's a kind of psychological effect because Enyimba goalless had the better chances in the first leg. Second leg again, Yema wasn't complaining about how they were missing chances. Is there a kind of psychological effect on Nigerian teams when they are, it doesn't matter whether you are playing northern teams, western teams, anywhere, we all feel we are a step to get to the group stage? Because this a kind of PTSD comes back and feel like we've not been doing it for long, can we even make it there?
I think it does because once our team qualify for those competitions and the draw is about format, we always say, hey God, who will they give us again? What can we do?
Exactly.
So the PTSD play, and we are not there yet. I let people know we are not there yet. Our league, our football is a reflection of the country. So we are not where we are yet, but it's a gradual process. But for Enyimba, I don't think it has to do with that because they are the most experienced team we have on the continent and the most successful also. I don't think that Enyimba has always had the problem of scoring. But even last season, despite winning the highest goal scorer with Chijioke Mbamboma, they had issues where you could see matches where Enyimba could be winning 5 goals, 6 goals, and they end up maybe by 1 or 2. So it has always been there for Enyimba, and they need to keep on working on it. But at the end of the day, they qualify for the group stage, and I think that's the most important thing for now.
Most important thing for now, into the group stage, compared to Enyimba, for Rangers, you have to do better. They signed a lot of players as well during the off-season, but then the results are not yet coming. I'll come back to the NPFL now. There will be a way to produce it on Wednesday. Enyimba hosts the Lobby Stars. Now, if Yema wins the league, I'm trying to do some imagination in my head. What will happen? Let's assume Yema with Enyimba wins this league.
It's possible. Yema is a very good coach. But the fact that he has played second fiddle in the last 2 seasons, now is in the main lights, is the main man. There's the pressure on him, and he knows that. I think he knows he has to do very well. And I believe Yema has the team. He himself believes in himself, and Yema is that kind of manager that pushes himself a lot. He's someone that wants the best from his players, and he's someone that pushes his players to do the best. So I think they will mount a title challenge, and if they end up winning the league, it will be very, very, very incredible.
Ikorodu City Rangers on Wednesday. What should we be expecting?
Tough game. Because this is in first home game, they know what they need to do. They need to make sure they get all 3 points. I'll be expecting Ikorodu City to win. Of course, I want Ikorodu City to win. Maybe a slim margin, maybe a 1-0, 2-1 win. I think it's just going to be that game where little goal or something will just decide it.
By our mind, definitely, Ikorodu City look like a club for the journalists. And for those who don't know, we got couple of our guys in charge of that team. So if I'm rooting for Ikorodu City, if I'm not a journalist is rooting for Ikorodu City, just understand that you cannot have a Ganla, Puja, Sam, Super J, Ajegana Richard, Olawale Quadri, Tinuka as well here. In that team, and you think we will not be on the mountain to start praying that this baby it must go in this league. Ikorodu Rangers. So correct score or final score?
2-1 Ikorodu City.
2-1 Ikorodu City. Eyimba Lobby Stars. At the end of Wednesday, I'm afraid for Lobby Stars now.
3 new Eyimba.
Hey! They don't off this shoe finally.
That shoe has gotten lost.
They don't have this shoe finally.
That shoe have gotten lost.
How will Lobby Stars mount a fight back? Because if you are 3 games into the season and you're having 1 point, to climb up is always stupid.
Yeah, it is.
They need to start winning as soon as possible if they need to, escape relegation. That's the match day 3 preview, of games that went down over the weekend. Once again, we had 4 good away wins and no 3 draws. That's fantastic for the league. And on Wednesday, match day 2 encounters will be back. That will be quite another against Ikorodu City against Rangers, and of course, Eyimba hosting Lobby Stars. Definitely, these 2 games should be live on. These 2 games should be live on digital. Propel StarTimes. Definitely, you should enjoy that as far as we are concerned. Final moment, Tinuka, before we go. On Thursday, we'll be back for the review of weekend games. That will be match day 4, where we'll be looking at if we'll be getting more surprises, more away wins. But then, for me, Tinuka, final words before we end the show.
Thank you for having me, and I always use this avenue to tell people, please go out there, go to a stadium near you, watch the NPFL. It's a wonderful league in which you enjoy, and there's always an NPFL team near to you, whether you're in the north, you're in the south, in the west, anywhere you are in Nigeria, there's always an NPFL team near to you. So go out there, buy tickets. It's very, very cheap, 500, 1,000 naira. It's less than your money for data subscription. So go out there and watch the NPFL, and we'll always do our best to make sure the league grows.
It's the NPFL ISTV podcast show, and of course, this is another episode where we review match day, review of match day 2 definitely, and of course, for me to you, the sport illuminator, don't forget, this is our own baby, the NPFL. This is the best league in the world. Support the NPFL. Push the gospel everywhere. We're giving you the very best of the best as far as the NPFL is concerned. Congratulations to all the winners over the weekend, and congratulations to the ones that will win on Wednesday, to the ones that will still win. Congratulations to the future winners as well.
We are seeing the future.
Let's just keep doing that, of course. Have a lovely week, and of course, stay blessed.